That was indeed a unique act. Now you can all applaud that massive performance conceptualized and led by piano mentor and classical music cognoscenti Rishikesh Hari. Woohoo! This was the first time we tried this format and we are so happy to see that you all enjoyed it. The narration was by Supreet and the entire visual presentation was created by Arvind. So a big round of applause for them too. In fact, I just wanted to share a little story about my attempts to learning piano. So in the last couple of months, I've been trying to learn piano, and recently I also performed in a recital. I played a very simple piece for 30 seconds, and it took me 1 month to actually be able to play it. So all of you can imagine how much of time and practice hours and commitment and dedication all these students have actually demonstrated. So big round of applause to all our students at Octavium.
Chiki, could you please share something about our sponsors for the event?
Oh yes, that's another story that I'd like to share with the audience. We made a lot of sponsorship attempts simply because we want to give the best stage to our students. It also means huge costs since this is a non-ticketed event. So, you know, we initially approached a lot of companies whom we thought would benefit from an event like this and who may be interested to sponsor. One potential sponsor asked us for email IDs and phone numbers of all our students and parents. So we told them, sorry, we can't do that. Another one wanted to run a contest for 15 days before the event and pay a small association fee. So we didn't go ahead with them as well. And you know what? While we didn't get any sponsorships from companies with big marketing budgets, we did get sponsorships from our own parents and student community. A big round of applause to our sponsors for this evening. Srikanth, a parent, ex-guitar student and founder of Amiti Technologies. Uma Reddy, a parent and piano student. Amit Sethi, guitar student. And a startup, Smart Puja, which provides sacred, hassle-free Vedic puja services. They arrange everything from pandits to puja items, materials, flowers, etc. They have a counter here if you want to know more about them. So you can just step outside and talk to them, and they have some amazing ways in which they can help you perform Vedic pujas at home. The food counters have been put up by our friends. Did you all love the food that's served outside? Wow, the savory counter is by Ishta Cafe, whose aim is to cater food to all generations. Did you get to have pizza, some of you? Did you get pizzas? They make some amazing pizzas with using millet, and they make variety of dishes using millets. And it tastes really good. I've been, having the food from that cafe for almost 1 month now. Their effort is to bring back forgotten grains in a contemporary style. So it's not boring food, but it's really tasty and healthy food. The sweet counter is by Pooja, who bakes at home, and she calls it the little sweet tooth. She bakes on orders. Thank you so much, our lovely parents and students. There's so much love and support, and feel really, really blessed. Back to our performances. Cyril, what's the next act? I can hear a lot of interesting sounds coming.
Yeah, you are quite a storyteller, you know. They want to start performing now. So the next act, a title that came up on Father's Day by a son. So the act is called Fathers and Sons. Viku and his son Anag Nayak on bass and drums respectively. And a very special guest for tonight, our very own Dr. Prakash Suntake, an internationally acclaimed musician. He is a vocalist and multi-instrumentalist performing various genres of music. He is also the only artist in India performing classical and fusion on the Hawaiian slide guitar and various other instruments. He has collaborated, produced, and performed with several national and international musicians and won numerous prestigious awards and recognitions. He is the founder of Dr. Prakash Suntake Group, DPSG, who released their album late last year, Progressive Raga. He will play one of his composition, Charukeshi. For this act, his son Anurag Suntake will be playing the violin. And I hear there was another new member into their band.
Yes, I hear Chaitra Sontake is singing too.
Oh, wow.
I'm the only one missing actually in this act.
Then it would have been a family and wait, fathers, mothers, and sons. act.
Father, mother, and son act.
Okay.
Yeah, I should do that next time. Okay, over to Dr. Prakash
Yeah,
Sontake.
I think please give a big round of applause for fathers and sons.
And Dr. Prakash Sontake will describe a little bit more about the act and the song.
Hello. Very good evening. Seeing all the youngsters and the student bands perform, I really feel overwhelmed actually that such incredible acts the children have performed today, and I'm really happy and proud to be associated with Octavium for that. And a big thanks to Kedar and Chandrika and of course the whole team for the children's performance. I don't think if you listen from outside, nobody is sounding like children's performance. That was a thunderous applause, I guess, for whatever I said. Okay, so this particular composition is Charukeshi. It's Charukeshi, sometimes we call it Himalayan springtime. And it's kind of, it's just a 4/8, but it gives you the feeling of it's being in 7, kind of a 7, but it actually just goes on in a 4. So Anurag is playing on the violin, and on the drums we have Anag. A big hand for Anurag and Anag. And giving us an interesting twist in this composition is the whole presence of Kannada and Purandara Dasa. Purandara Dasa in a fusion composition. He must really be happy about it. That was the applause for Purandara Dasa. Chaitra Sontake on the vocals, and on the bass, Kedar Naik.